This is you, sipping a fizzy energy drink with ingredients you can't pronounce, scrolling on your phone at 3 a.m., convinced you're invincible. Now, cut the Wi-Fi. No! Backtrack past your parents, your grandparents, your entire ancestral highlight reel, all the way to a barefoot farmer in the 14th century. That guy, that's your ancestor. He has no name, no shoes, and no idea that you, a distant descendant with caffeine jitters and a questionable sleep schedule, even exist. But here's the thing. If that guy, or anyone between him and you, had accidentally dropped dead from some everyday stupidity like, say, unknowingly licking arsenic wallpaper, you wouldn't be here. You're not here because you're special. You're here because generation after generation of desperate humans got lucky, stayed stubborn, and didn't die when they probably should have. We're going to rank 5 times your bloodline was put through a chemical hellscape, from mild tummy ache that makes you regret dinner, all the way to congratulations, you've been embalmed while still alive. Let's get right into it.
In 19th century Britain, interior design was a battlefield, and nothing said wealth like a dazzling green wallpaper. The color came from Shields green and Paris green, both arsenic-based pigments. These wallpapers didn't just sit there. They shed dust and vapor laced with poison into every room. Napoleon Bonaparte himself likely died surrounded by arsenic wallpaper in exile, his final days spent inhaling pastel doom. Imagine bedrooms where every breath was a toxic lungful of success. And here's where you come in. You think your dorm smelled weird? Try sleeping in a chamber where the very walls are off-gassing the same chemical used in rat poison. No!
The Romans were brilliant engineers, laying aqueducts across continents and building plumbing networks that still baffle modern architects. But their favorite material? Lead. Pipes, cookware, and wine storage, all laced with lead. Even worse, they deliberately sweetened wine by boiling grape juice in lead pots, creating sugar of lead, a syrupy neurotoxin. Aristocrats sipped daily, effectively marinating their brains. Scholars now debate whether lead poisoning helped drag the empire down, the fog of madness spreading from the Senate to the streets. Rome, conquered not by barbarians first, but by chemistry. Now, No! Imagine you're a Roman. You drink wine the way you drink water, except it's water marinated in battery acid. Your teeth blacken, your joints ache, your mind fogs until you can't tell a Caesar from a salad. The emperor rambles nonsense while you nod politely, drooling into your toga. And when the headaches crush you flat, you pray to the gods, who are too busy laughing at the irony of plumbing your way into oblivion. The outcome? Rome eventually collapsed under countless pressures, but lead was the silent co-conspirator. The punchline? They literally engineered their own downfall one sip at a time.
Hat making in the 18th and 19th centuries was a booming business, but turning animal pelts into stylish felt hats required mercury nitrate. Workers dipped furs in mercury solution, inhaled vapors, and slowly lost their minds. The term mad as a hatter wasn't whimsical, it was clinical. Symptoms included trembling, slurred speech, hallucinations, and violent mood swings. Entire workshops of men giggled and screamed themselves into dementia while crafting fancy headwear for the upper class. You think your office job is soul-crushing? Try spending 10 hours a day in a fume-filled sweatbox, polishing felt while your hands won't stop shaking. At first, you're just a little twitchy. Then, you forget where you live. By the end, you're babbling about dancing rabbits while coughing up blood. But hey, at least you made hats fashionable enough for gentlemen to stroll around smugly, completely oblivious to the human sacrifice stitched into every brim. The outcome? Mercury was phased out by the early 20th century. too late for generations of poisoned workers. The punchline? The hottest trend of the century was brain damage with a bow on it.
And there you have it. 5 times your ancestors poisoned themselves with everyday brilliance, breathing their wallpaper, sipping their plumbing, and wearing their insanity. You exist today not because humans were smart, but because just enough of them weren't dead yet to keep reproducing. Your lineage crawled, twitched, and stumbled through centuries of accidental chemical warfare and somehow spit you out at the end. So next time you brag about building different, remember, you're here because your ancestors survived licking poison off the walls. You're not built different. You're built lucky.